Africa's animals are locked in a deadly game of hide and seek, where the price for being discovered is certain death. The hunted fight a battle of wits, tactics, and courage. But in every contest, there can only be one winner. And pursuers are on a mission to search and destroy. Botswana, in southern Africa. In this hotbed of deception and betrayal, everyone has their own strategies for staying under the radar. Even for those at the top of the food chain, hiding from enemies is an essential survival skill. The only way for this lioness to protect her helpless cubs from danger is to conceal them deep in the scrub. For almost 8 weeks, Mom keeps them smuggled away. But eventually, they must become hunters themselves. With help from the pride, the budding killers are taught when to hide and when to attack. They must perfect the art of ambush, because there's no room for amateurs on this deadly battlefield. Prey are always on the alert. The kudu's huge cupped ears scan for the slightest suspicious sound. And their eyes are positioned toward the sides of their heads, giving them panoramic vision. At the slightest hint of danger, they play their trump card. Leaping more than 6 feet high, they clear obstacles with ease and escape to safety. But with a badly broken ankle, this bull kudu can't rely on speed. Instead, he must stay hidden. Known as the gray ghost of Africa, the kudu's coloration allows him to practically disappear amongst the trees. But the vegetation also masks the approach of predators. The kudu senses a threat. If he runs, he'll blow his cover. His best bet is to stay perfectly still and hope he hasn't been spotted. But this is an expert tracker. With sleuths like this on the loose, even the best camouflage is not always good enough. Avoiding predators is not the only reason to stay out of sight. Waterholes provide refuge for Africa's most deadly animal. Weighing over 4,000 pounds and powerful enough to bite a 10-foot crocodile in two, the hippopotamus fears only one thing. The scorching rays of the sun. Hippos lose water faster than other mammals. So to avoid dehydration, they submerge during the heat of the day. But for hippo calves, overheating is not the only threat. Their first introduction to the pod is a dangerous time. Irritable dominant males have been known to attack and kill calves. Mouth gaping is a sure sign of threat. The calf's mother can tell this guy is looking for trouble. She's not taking any chances. Victorious, the protective parent leads her calf back into hiding at the heart of the pod. When you're among Africa's deadliest, keeping your babies hidden is essential. Ostrich chicks blend in perfectly with the dry grass. They develop their adult plumage only when they are old enough to fend for themselves. But warthogs take concealing their youngsters to a whole new level. At the first sign of trouble, the mother initiates Operation Escape. The piglets are there 1 minute and gone the next. The lioness knows they must be here somewhere. But now she has to find them. The ground is riddled with holes. In one of these burrows, this devoted mother has stashed her precious piglets. The question is, which one? The lioness searches each for the faintest scent of young blood. It's a process of elimination, which the mother warthog is powerless to prevent. Intrigued, some adolescent males join the gory game. But instead of a piglet, they unearth a surprise. Honey badgers punch well above their weight. The lions take cautious swipes, but the honey badger is armed with powerful jaws and sharp claws, and it's not afraid to fight. The young males are out of their depth, but the lioness won't give up so easily, and she can still smell blood. In Africa's Kalahari Basin, A lioness has picked up the scent of piglets, concealed in an underground burrow. Bloodthirsty, she digs furiously. All the mother warthog can do is watch. Perseverance pays off for this relentless hunter. Proof that even the most ingenious hiding places may not be enough to save your bacon. Despite the risks, sometimes it is necessary to come out of hiding. Triggered by the first rains, winged termites emerge from their nests deep underground, taking to the air in their thousands. Easy pickings for predators of all shapes and sizes. Within hours, there are few survivors. But feeding on bugs is rarely this easy. Most insects keep a low profile. So the carmine bee eater has come up with a clever solution. He enlists the assistance of a curry buster. As the bustard walks, he disturbs creatures stowed away in the grass. The vigilant bee eater spots them immediately from his ringside perch and devours them. But why settle for a bustard when you can upgrade your ride? The bigger birds will flush out even more tasty morsels for the hitchhiking bee eater. But even an ostrich can be outdone. For the bee eater, switching hosts again is a no-brainer. And he's not alone. The bounty of insects flushed out by this giant attracts more freeloaders. Cattle egrets have also figured out that it's easier to search and destroy if you hang out with the big boys. But it's not just Botswana's miniature inhabitants that are under surveillance. Cheetahs are well known for their electrifying speed. But in return, they have sacrificed strength and weaponry. Weighing less than a 12-year-old child, this is the physique of a sprinter, not a fighter. Hyenas, dogs, and even leopards have been known to kill these delicate cats. But they have an even greater enemy. Given half a chance, lions will tear a cheetah limb from limb. The mere sound of this nemesis is enough to send them into hiding. Lying on their sides, they sink their narrow frames low to the ground. And with eyes positioned high on the head, they scope out the surroundings without being seen. Even the king of beasts will struggle to spot a cheetah that's trying to avoid detection. lions move on. But the cheetahs have got company. A passing warthog is almost on top of the camouflaged cats before it spies them. For one of the savannah's most successful hunters, this is too good an opportunity. It's time for this speed machine to search and destroy. In Botswana, a warthog is too tempting for a pair of cheetahs to resist. The cat's speed is unrivaled. But before it can get up to full power, the warthog disappears from sight. This time, these masters of disguise have been beat at their own game. Instead of hunting down their prey, some predators take a different approach. The Egyptian cobra hides and waits for food to come to him. The snake is poised and ready to deliver a fatal dose of venom. But not everyone will walk into his trap. When you only need to eat once a month, you can afford to be patient. But most of Africa's deadliest predators need more regular meals. Wild dogs feed twice a day, and now it's dinner time. Headed up by the alpha pair, 10 cutthroat hunters approach the river. The dominant couple take the lead. As the kudu scatter in all directions, the dogs single out the weakest. But their chosen victim has opted for a different escape plan. Right now, hiding in plain sight is the kudu's only chance of survival. But it's not a fail-safe strategy. These expert killers are strong swimmers. Firm footing in the deep water. Instead, she herds the kudu into the shallows. If the pack can force their victim to the bank, it will be game over. Now, it's the turn of the alpha male. Once again, the kudu takes evasive action, break for the relative safety of the deep end. It's a war of attrition. And the dogs finally have to admit defeat. thanks to its watery refuge, the quick-thinking kudu will live to see another day. When it's a matter of life or death, even the mighty kings of the Kalahari are forced to be creative. In a face-off against a herd of buffalo, lions are outnumbered. Known as the Black Death, buffaloes stand almost 6 feet tall and weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They show no fear in the face of these relatively puny cats. With their calves tucked safely away behind a solid wall of muscle and horn, the giants send the lions into retreat. One lioness is willing to risk another attempt. To win against these formidable opponents, she must break through their defenses, find the weak link, and destroy. Invisibility is key. An experienced hunter, she's an expert at using cover. Slinking closer. She uses every available feature of the landscape to mask her approach. Until she's within range. This is the moment of truth. If she gets it wrong, the buffalo could trample her to death. In a battle between the Goliaths of the savannah, there can be only one winner. In the chaos, the adult buffaloes have let a calf fall to the back of the herd. It's a fatal mistake. Today, this pride will eat, thanks to the dark art of hide and seek. While lions expertly use cover to ambush their prey, others are equally adept at using it to avoid becoming breakfast. An hour after dawn, as the morning sun warms the earth, out on a limb, this brave loner can only hope that the leopard is too heavy to reach his spindly branch. The leopard claims his reward, and the mongoose pays the ultimate price for inexperience. In this merciless arena of death, one way to be sure of a good hiding spot is to keep it with you at all times. He might not be able to run, But carrying a full set of body armor on his back, the leopard tortoise is always ready to hide. Like a human skull, a tortoise shell is made up of many separate bones, fused together into a rigid shield. The domed shape, designed for maximum pressure resistance, makes him immune to most of the savanna's predators. With a few exceptions. Time to get out of here. But he has no chance of escaping on foot. Instead, he retreats inside his mobile home. Just in time. Try as she might, the lioness fails to get a grip on the tortoise's solid shell. But the rest of the pride is on its way. With the arrival of the pride, the odds are not looking good for this leopard tortoise. The cubs are immediately curious. Then others take turns, each trying to extract the shell's juicy contents. But for teeth designed to slice and tear soft flesh, this is a tough nut to crack. The tortoise could stay tucked away for hours, but the lioness is not prepared to wait. She already has her eyes on a bigger prize. Wildebeest are harder to catch, but much easier to eat. This is the tortoise's chance. He makes a break for it. With a top speed of less than 1 mile an hour, he's no athlete. But sometimes, slow and steady wins the race. When you can't rely on speed, you have to have other tricks up your sleeve. Flat out, leopards can reach 37 miles an hour. But they burn out fast, and their agile prey often leave them in the dust. So the leopard relies on the element of surprise. And on the grasslands, the stage is set for a textbook ambush. The dry yellow grass plays perfectly into the stealthy cat's hands. Her spotted coat breaks up her outline and allows her to blend in with the background. Her strategy is to stay hidden until she's within striking distance. Keeping low to the ground, she inches forward. Silently closing the gap. To give her the best chance of success, she will creep within 15 feet of her target. But the arrival of 2 new players could upset the balance. A pair of black-backed jackals. If they get wise to the lurking cat, they will blow her cover. Timing her attack just right is critical. An elephant distracts the jackals, and the leopard seizes her opportunity. But she's got a problem. The game is up. Exposed, the hunter turns tail, but the jackals haven't finished with her yet. Now that they've spotted her, they make sure everybody else knows she's here too. With all hope of a successful hunt destroyed by these hyper-vigilant watchdogs, the leopard will have to take her search elsewhere. In the mission to search and destroy, deception is the name of the game. And black herons win the title for the most creative con trick. Fish like to hide in shady, sheltered spots. So that's what the herons provide. The feathery umbrella might also cut out the glare and allow the ingenious birds to see more clearly through the water. Any fish taken in by the clever ploy will soon find itself speared on the heron's dagger-like bill. Other waders, too, have figured out how to catch prey hidden in the murky water. The spoonbill's beak might not be razor-sharp or muscular, but it's a super-sensitive killing machine. Thousands of receptors along its length pick up minute vibrations and changes in pressure. Waiting in the shallows, each bird sweeps its bill from side to side like a metal detector, waiting for a telltale sign. Then the trap snaps shut, and the prey is unceremoniously dispatched. And this spoonbill's hungry chick will get a meal. For big cats, too, the need to breed can make all the difference. Leopards spend most of their lives hiding, but just occasionally, they really want to be found. Most of the time, this female's scent marks warn others to keep their distance. But today, she's sending an open invite. She's ready to mate, and she needs to find herself a suitor. She doesn't have much time. She'll only be fertile for a few more days, and there may be only one male within 30 miles. But it seems her messages haven't gone unnoticed. picked up the scent of a female that is ready to mate. To find her, he must follow the trail of clues she's left for him. Each new scent mark he finds provides yet more proof that he's closing in on his prize. Pulling air over a special organ in his mouth, he can tell that his timing is perfect. As he gets closer, the female offers him some additional encouragement. He homes in on the sound. Now, the male must wait for the female to make the final move. She wastes no time in making her intentions clear, and he is happy to oblige. The pair will stick together for several days before going their own solitary ways once more, only to be found when they want to be. For many of Africa's deadliest, getting off the ground is the best way to escape from danger. But the treetops do not always provide safe refuge. The boomslang snake is an excellent climber. Drop for drop, this snake has the most toxic venom of any in Africa. More deadly even than the notorious black mamba. From its elevated treetop position, the snake is on the lookout for its next meal. But these starlings won't go down without a fight. They launch an attack in an attempt to keep the serpent away from their chicks. But right now, the snake has another youngster in her sights. Locked away behind a prickly fence of acacia thorns, Quelea nests are well protected. But with thousands of tiny birds in this tree, at some point, one is sure to fall. And when it does, the snake is waiting. The chick's fate may be sealed. But with its sudden movement, the snake has blown its own cover. The ground hornbill has the last laugh. And this youngster has cheated death. For now. When luck is not on your side, you must be able to defend yourself. A zebra's strength is matched only by its aggression. It takes a tough predator to confront these dangerous beasts. Even wild Dogs are wary. But they've spotted a weakness in the herd. A foal just a few months old. The pack is ready to search and destroy. In a defensive move, the zebras surround the foal, concealing it within their ranks. The dogs attack from all directions, trying to divide them. It's time for the zebras to show the dogs who's boss. In this unforgiving land, the hunted must stay one step ahead of their pursuers. Because Africa's deadliest live and die by one brutal rule. If you search, you can destroy.